This segment sponsored by Foster Financial.
Welcome to Money Monday with Foster Financial, and I'm so thrilled to be joined by Caleb Doane, their Vice President. Good morning, Caleb.
Good morning.
How's it going?
It's going well. How are you doing?
Good. Okay. We are matching.
Yeah.
Now, this is not coordinated, but we happen to just have the same mind sometimes.
Yeah, we'll take it.
When it comes to colors, that's so great. Okay, so today we're going to talk about the craziness. Of course, there's always something crazy happening in the market, but in the stock market in particular. So they have been seeing so many ups and downs, and people are like, what should I do with my money? So talk to me about how the market really impacts someone's 401k.
Yeah. So people have been seeing a lot of volatility in their 401k over the past couple of weeks. So if you have a $500,000 401k, you've probably seen days where that account is up $5,000. You've seen days where that account is down $10,000. And so it can have this kind of whiplash effect where you're not used to seeing this type of volatility, but you have been seeing that over the past couple of weeks. And it's always a good time to take a look at the risk that somebody is taking in their 401k and kind of reassess what your goal is for the 401k. And a lot of times that comes down to what investment options are you actually choosing inside the 401k. And a lot of times people might not realize that investment options are very limited inside a 401k.
Right, yeah, because you think about it, and it's like, okay, where exactly could the funds go, right?
Right.
And so having a 401k is essentially a part of your diverse portfolio, but how far can you diversify it within it? So what are some of the investment options within a 401k?
Yeah, so I mean, the only options you'll have access to are the options that your employer has allowed to go inside the plan. So usually they work with a company, the company recommends different funds to go inside of it, but usually people only have access to, maybe 15 to 30 investment options in their 401k. And oftentimes a lot of them might be oriented toward growth, which is great when somebody is younger and they're in their working years, they're working towards retirement. But as you get closer to retirement, a lot of times your goal for your 401k might change. You might have some, you want some growth in that account too, but eventually you want income generated from that account. That's what you're planning on living off of in retirement. And so you want income to be produced from that account. And you want to start hedging your risk a little bit too. So you want to start reducing the risk, add some more conservative features. And it's especially those last two, kind of the income generation and that risk mitigation, where sometimes 401ks don't have great investment options for people.
Right. So talk to me, Caleb, about those two areas that you touched on. So you said sometimes they start off wanting growth, and then they want income. In my mind, I'm like, wouldn't growth culminate to income, or is that two separate things?
It kind of depends. So a lot of times we think of growth as like the actual value of the account going up.
Okay.
And it's great when it does that. But the income side is investing in certain positions inside your 401k or inside an IRA, for example, that generate interest and dividends. That's cash that can be sent to you to live off of every single month.
So the growth side is the growth in the total amount that you're contributing and that you're getting in that account. Okay,
right,
I see.
Right, exactly.
So you're growing that number of savings, but you're saying, how are you using that money?
Right,
how are you getting income back? Okay, fascinating. And so on the side of really deciding what people should do or their options within it, you mentioned that it's limited. So companies where you have your 401k will select a primary account that your funds go to, correct? Because I think when you sign up, you're not in there picking and choosing yourself.
So sometimes they'll default you into a certain investment option, but then they have those 25 or 30 other investment options that you can then go change and choose from. But a lot of times companies know that, hey, when people get close to retirement, we don't really do a very good job inside the 401k of generating that income and allowing you to create some kind of conservative pieces of the account. So they give you an option called a 59.5 in-service rollover. And this is available to most 401ks. And it allows you, even if you're still working at the company, if you're 59.5 or older, you can roll the money inside the 401k out to an IRA that either you manage or a financial advisor manages. And companies allow this because they say, hey, you're getting closer to retirement. We know that the 401k has some limitations and we want to give you this option. And so, that's a big part of what we do at Foster Financial. We do those 401k rollovers into an IRA, and we can start prepping that account for retirement, where we say, hey, let's start generating some income. Let's hedge the risk in this account so you don't see as much of those fluctuations going forward. And it's really set up well for your retirement.
And so when you roll it over into an IRA, are you then putting it into more options of stock? Therefore, you're able to know how the market's working with these accounts as opposed to it being limited to the 15. Is that really the purpose? Okay.
Yeah, within the IRA, we have really the entire world of investment options. So on the income side, we can get in dividend producing stocks. We can do mutual funds and ETFs that produce dividends. On the conservative side, we can add in some buffered funds to hedge the risk. You can get in individual treasury bonds, individual CDs, multi-year guaranteed annuities. There are just so many more investment options that aren't available inside the 401k, and that's one of the big reasons why people use that in-service rollover.
All right. Well, awesome. Sounds like a good reason why they should use your services.
We're happy to help. Yeah.
Yes. Well, thank you so much, Caleb.
Thank you.
And if you would like more information about Foster Financial, we'll have their phone number and website listed below. You can contact them for a complimentary consultation, and I'll see you after the break.
This segment sponsored by Foster Financial.
Follow us on social media at Living Local 15.